Okay, now we're going to be telling you a bit more about what the FWA is throughout the day, as well as having the great wrestling action. But to talk about the very first match, and I know you're ready for the first contest of the day, right? Yeah, enough talking, but to talk a little bit about that, I'd like to introduce you to Mr. Dave Bradshaw. Where is he? Mr. Dave Bradshaw. There he is.
Hello, Stevie. Can you hear me? Okay, good. Now, we are live here at the London MCM Expo. We're certainly excited to be here, not just in front of all of you, but because we are just 3 weeks away, as you may have seen on our flyers, from the FWA's biggest show in its 11-year history, European Uprising. It's going to be in Birmingham at the NEC at the Memorabilia Expo on November the 20th. And because of that, all the guys backstage who you're going to see, the stars of the FWA, are even more nervous, even more on edge than they would be normally performing in front of such a large crowd. But before we see some of our main stars, our first match this afternoon features some of the future stars of British wrestling. They're not quite as big physically yet as some of the guys you'll see later on, but they are real potential, real prospects here in British wrestling. You're going to see some of the best ones from XWA Adrenaline, our feeder group, in our first contest this afternoon.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first contest of the day, it is a singles bout set for one fall. Introducing first. Coming to the ring at this time, in this special APW guest match, ladies and gentlemen, he hails from Woodland Snake Pit. Lives in this afternoon in 12 Storm. This is Jack Gallagher.
The FWA is live in London's Excel Centre at the MCM Expo tonight, 3 weeks from the European Uprising.
And his opponents.
The FWA here live at the London MCM Expo on the road to Uprising. All of the top stars are here, ready for action in front of hundreds of fans, part of the 40 or 50,000 people who are here this afternoon. Very tense atmosphere backstage. As I say, we are just 21 days away from the biggest event in the FWA's 11-year history. But before we see some of the main stars of the FWA, here is a special guest match from XWA Adrenaline, featuring Jack Gallagher and Zack, two of the hottest prospects here in British wrestling. Oh, hang on. What? Well, that's RJ Singh's music. What? There's that obnoxious director, Daryl Ambar, and oh my goodness. The Bollywood dream, RJ Singh, is here. Well, Singh, one of the most egocentric personalities you could ever hope to meet. He's not supposed to be out here now. God knows why he's here.
You know, I thought it'd be time to add a little class to these proceedings and add a little ethnic flavour, which is why RJ Singh is here right now. You see, I'm a guy who is all about the future, and since I have a match with the Rockstar Spud later today, I thought I'd come check out the future of British wrestling, because let's be honest guys, you are the people I will be stepping over in the future. So I'm going to sit myself down with Dave Bradshaw and have a little commentary. So later on, everybody, yourselves included, you can all find out why Singh is king.
Well, my day's getting off to a great start.
Dave Bradshaw, your day just got a hell of a lot better.
Good afternoon, Mr. Bradshaw.
Oh my goodness, there's that. Why does that man need a megaphone? RJ Singh's joining me here at ringside.
And Dave Bradshaw, it is your pleasure that I am here today.
You know, I'm fine on my own, honestly. Well, as I said before, we were somewhat rudely interrupted. Jack Gallagher and Zack from FWA Adrenaline with a special guest match to get us started here on the road to Uprising this weekend. And Mr. Singh, you were saying just a moment ago, you think these are two of the guys who you're going to be stepping over.
Hey, like I said, Dave, I am all about the future. For RJ Singh, it's always about looking ahead, not looking behind. And I see these guys, they're coming up through the ranks of British wrestling, and I will give them their credit. These are young guys, they're hungry, they want to be part of British wrestling, but they've got to admit, Dave Bradshaw, at the end, they are just going to be stepping stones for RJ Singh to climb even higher.
Well, certainly you've shown in the past few weeks just how brutal, how ruthless you can be, and having stepping stones, having people to step over. I'm surprised you even have the gall to be out here after what you did to El Ligero at Hope and Glory.
And what exactly did I do to El Ligero?
You know exactly what you did. El Ligero is suffering possible permanent eye damage after you stabbed him in the eye with a pair of scissors.
Okay, Dave, let's clear this up now, okay? I do believe I cleared this up a couple of weeks ago on Frontline, but I'll clear this up with you again now. My intention was to go out and remove the mask of El Ligero. That is the one thing I have told you. Think back to New Frontiers. What was the thing I said I was going to do? I was going to destroy the visage of El Ligero. I was going to show you the man underneath.
Destroyed the vision of El Ligero is what you've done.
That, Dave Bradshaw, that was an accident. You saw it was an accident. Was I the only person in that ring?
No, you weren't the only person in the ring.
Who else was in that ring when the accident happened?
Rockstar Spud.
Rockstar Spud.
Oh, so you're blaming this on Spud now?
Well, let's have a look. I was trying to cut Ligero's mask off. While I was trying to cut the mask off, was El Ligero injured in any way? No. It was only when Rockstar Spud interfered, hit me from behind, that El Ligero's eye was accidentally, and I will reinforce that point, Bradshaw, accidentally damaged.
Well, the fact that you brought a blade in and were trying to take his horns off in the first place is a kind of a questionable motive to be in the ring anyway, but I think let's give this match the respect it deserves. You're seeing Gallagher there rolling backwards as Diamond comes off the rope with an arm drag into a pin. He arches forward, you've got two, and a kick out from Gallagher at the last possible second. You must be a little nervous about the future of British wrestling. These two guys are pretty talented.
Hey, I'll give any wrestler credit where credit is due, okay? And these two guys, like I said, they're young, they're hungry, they're showing everybody here exactly what they got. But are they the next RJ Singh? Not likely.
So you'll give wrestlers credit where it's due, will you?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll come down to that in a second. There's a cover from Gallagher. Diamond reverses the pin. That leg lock. He's going for a submission hold. Gallagher is a little bit away from the ropes.
I think he may have him.
Gallagher writhing in pain. You can see the expression on his face. Very painful hold applied by Diamond. Gallagher gets to the ropes.
But you see, someone like Jack Gallagher, he knows exactly where he is in the ring. He knew where he was to the ropes. That's why he was able to get that break, you see.
I want to take issue with this notion that you give respect where it's due when you've spent the past year and a bit tormenting one of the guys who's one of the most popular and most talented men in British wrestling, El Ligero.
I will take nothing away from El Ligero's wrestling ability. However, does he deserve the fame? Does he deserve the credit he gets based on his wrestling? No, he does not. It's only because he wears the goofy mask, the stupid superhero image. Okay? I have never hidden who I am. I have never hidden who I am from anyone. The man hides behind a mask to protect his identity. What kind of a man cannot face the public to who he really is?
Yeah, says RJ Singh. Wow. Where is that latest Bollywood movie?
We're not here to talk about any of my latest movies, okay? If you want to have a conversation with the director afterwards about what's happening on my latest Bollywood film, which is being worked on at the moment, we can have that conversation separately, okay?
I can't think of anything. Please be quiet. I can't think of anything I would rather do less than have a conversation with your director.
Hey, he is a talented man, okay?
Very loud
I
man.
would not win half the awards I have in India if it wasn't without this man right here, okay?
And And how many awards have you won?
Numerous, Dave Bradshaw, numerous.
Okay, yeah.
Too many to count.
Wow. Well, Gallagher during that little exchange.
See, I'm liking, this is what I like to see. You see, Jack Gallagher's on top of him. He's keeping his man down. He stays on top of him. This is the kind of wrestler I like to see.
While we were bickering in the past couple of minutes there, at one point Gallagher crawling under the ring and coming out the other side to surprise Diamond. Some great
See, now that's
innovative,
smart.
opportunistic
Exactly,
offense.
opportunistic. No one is going to give you anything in British wrestling, right? Real power cannot be given, it must be taken, okay? And that is a motto I would live my life by.
If you can't win it fair, stab your opponent in the eye.
Right, Dave Bradshaw, how many times are we going to go there? How many times are you going to keep slandering me with this I stabbed him in the eye? It was an accident.
Hey, people can see the footage, they can judge
see
for
the
themselves.
footage. Hey, show them the footage. It will show you that was an accident.
Unbelievable. Gallagher tying up Diamond this time in a leg lock. Bit of payback for a couple of minutes ago. His shoulders were down.
Close count.
Diamond with the awareness to force his shoulders off the mat just before the 3 count.
But notice how Gallagher's staying on top of him. He's keeping him low to the ground. He's keeping him grounded. If you give someone like Zack Diamond a chance, he's going to be all over that ring. You've got to keep that kind of guy grounded.
Gallagher certainly with a firm technical catch background, trained in the snake pit in Wigan.
Certainly putting some of that classical training to good use right now.
He's got that side headlock applied, or it's not a headlock, it's a look across the chin, but he's taking either way, he's taking the airway away from Diamond, reducing the oxygen flow to the brain. You see him using his legs there for leverage on the pin. Some real impressive stuff from Gallagher.
So he needs to keep that cravat locked in, keep the guy's air supply from going down. You see he takes him down again. This is what you got to do. See, you get these high flyers, they want to spring about the place, they want to fly around the ring. You got to keep them grounded.
Gallagher now. Oh wow, it looked like Diamond was getting to his feet. Gallagher in the end.
I like this
improvising.
Gallagher. Oh!
Went for that. Went for it all in the corner, and Gallagher landing hard on the back of his neck. That could be a turning point in this one. Both of these guys would be qualifying as flyweights if they were on the main FWA roster. Of course, the final match in the FWA flyweight title round robin coming up at not at European Uprising, but in the near future between two of your rivals.
Yeah,
Spud
the
and
final
Johnny
that
Storm.
I'm not in, thanks to El Ligero. Yeah. Thanks, El Ligero.
I think you're in last place in that league table at the moment.
Yeah, should I be? No.
Well,
And to be fair, Dave Bradshaw, I should have been just awarded the flyweight champion. Okay, do your history. Who was the first ever FWA flyweight champion?
I know it was you.
Exactly. So they should have just awarded me the belt when the FWA returned.
Well, who was the first man to lose the FWA flyweight title?
Very clever, Bradshaw. Very clever.
Yeah.
A very clever guy. I see what you did there.
Gallagher a drop kick as Diamond tried to go up top.
That's it. You got to keep these flyers grounded, man. You got to keep these flyers grounded.
Gallagher trying to hyperextend that arm. Diamond picking him up on his shoulders now. Great advance. XWA and
slams him down.
Big spine buster. He's got the leg hooks as well, and he almost got him. So impressed by these two. As we said, XWA Adrenaline, the official feeder group for the FWA. These guys, some of the best prospects, not just in Britain, but anywhere in European wrestling. And Diamond's about to show you why. Up the top! And the knee.
Beautiful maneuver by Gallagher. Absolutely caved his chest with those knees.
You enjoyed that, didn't you?
That was fantastic. This is a guy after my own heart.
Ever heard of the term sadist?
Sadist? No, never.
Gallagher now. Well, Diamond didn't make it on his way to the top. Gallagher's going to try it himself, it looks like. Diamond doesn't know where he is.
Come on, Gallagher, finish him.
Taking those knees to the chest. Gallagher up top. Oh, it's a boot shot from Diamond. Well, I guess that makes him even.
Yeah, Diamond's really fired now, huh?
Here comes Diamond. Diamond from the ropes. Both men into the guardrail and colliding outside the ring. Well, this one is picking up, and I think both men may have been knocked unconscious. Referee Chris Roberts has a countdown. If he gets to 10,
I
this
don't
one's
see the
going to
guy
be
getting
over.
up.
Well, we can't see them from where we are, but I can see a hand. The Neither man really getting up. Diamond is just about there.
He needs to get himself back in that ring quick.
I think Gallagher's got his leg, I think. Referee's up to 9, and there's 10.
10, that's a double count out.
Double count out, both men counted out, neither man returning to the ring.
You know, Bradshaw, my money was on Gallagher, and I'm very shocked that ended in a double count out.
This contest in double count out.
Well, it's unlike you to be wrong about anything.
It's very rare, Dave Bradshaw. Mark this down as a day RJ Singh was not quite correct.
Well, Gallagher's got a microphone. What's he want to say?
Listen here, Scouser. First off, when they say the revolution and the future of British wrestling, it's not a gimmick, it's not a moniker, and you've just witnessed it here in this ring. And it's not you, it's me, lad. Because as far as I'm concerned, you couldn't beat me, which means you're not better than me. I simply, and I have to say it simply for you, all of you, am better than you. If I had a tag partner, as my oh so intelligent mind could perceive, I could see myself being thrown back in the ring, and I could see myself winning, and I could see you with a similar tag partner.
Yeah, that's really great. That's really interesting. Yeah, very exciting, very interesting. But what the crowd really want to hear is some more words from RJ Singh. So you guys saw your little tag match. Go sort your little tag match out. Now on to more important matters. Now on to far more important matters than two guys who may or may not be the future of British wrestling. Let's talk about RJ Singh and the Rockstar Spud. Now last time we were both here, we knocked each other pillar to post so badly the referee had to disqualify the pair of us. But that's not going to happen today. You see, I've got a few little key issues I need to work out with the Rockstar Spud, and quite frankly, I cannot wait until 2 o'clock to get it done. So I will be back here at 1 o'clock. And Rockstar Spud, if you can hear me, you best get yourself down here, because I'm going to kick you all over the Expo, and everybody's going to find out why Singh is king!
Well, he's never a man who's shy with a word about himself, is he? RJ Singh, the self-proclaimed Bollywood dream, challenging Rockstar Spud, one of his flyweight rivals, to a match later on today in just half an hour's time here on the road to Uprising.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I would like to introduce you to one of the very best young men in British professional wrestling today. Ladies and gentlemen, he's usually part of a tag team. Let's see what he's got to say. Introducing the one, the only, Zack Sabre Jr.
Well, the countdown has begun. We await the arrival of one of European wrestling's finest young talents and one half of arguably the best team in this country. There he is, Zack Sabre Jr. Sabre Jr. just, what, 3 weeks away now from European Uprising alongside his tag partner Marty Skrull. They're still very much involved. In fact, they're in the semi-finals of the tag title tournament. We were expecting them to be, or we were expecting Sabre to be facing Chris Travis today.
You're looking wonderful. I'm not having such a wonderful day. My tag team partner Marty Skrull isn't here. My opponent Chris Travis isn't here. It's a bit of a nightmare. But I know what's happening. I know where my tag team partner is. So I'm not going to stand for any more. Wait a minute. What's this?
That's Paul Tracey. Paul Tracey, one of the toughest fighters from Ireland, a man who has a long history with Zack Sabre Jr. They trained together back in the day. Why is Tracey here?
So Zack Sabre Jr., huh? I don't think I care much for you or your tag team partner or anything to do with this miserable country. Shut your mouth. Instead of talking about you, let's talk about me, a man who's flown here from Dublin, Ireland, who lives a lifestyle that you people can only dream of. Look at you! Have you looked in the mirror today? Look at you and look at me. So what I propose to do, Zack Sabre Jr., is to beat you in the middle of the ring, give you the beating of a lifetime. These people can form a queue, starting with you, and I'll slap every single one of you around this ring. How about that, huh?
Oh, charming. Paul Tracey, I'm assuming it's going to be Zack Sabre Jr.'s opponent, his replacement opponent in the absence of Chris Travis. As I said, Tracey and Sabre Jr. with again a long and storied history. Oh, now what? Not again. Oh dear God. There's the director, there's Darryl Anwar, and there he is. Before he would dream, RJ Singh, he promised us he was going to be back here at 1 o'clock. I was hoping it was an empty threat, but, well, here he is. Singh's supposedly going to call that Rockstar Spud. That's what he said he was going to do. Second time in 2 hours he's interfered here.
Tracy, you're my kind of guy because you come into this ring and you take what you want, and I like that. Now I told each and every one of you I would be back here, and I expected the Rockstar Spud to be here ready for an ass kicking. Now I know Rockstar Spud is in the building because I can smell his cheap aftershave. So Spud, I am going to wait you out. I'm going to sit myself down on commentary and I will wait for you to get here.
No. Again. Why? Why me? Why me?
For round 2.
Hello again, Mr. Bradshaw.
Hollywood. Huh? Here we are.
I've had nightmares more pleasant than this.
Round 2, Dave Bradshaw with the Crown Prince of Bollywood himself.
Welcome back.
Again, Dave Bradshaw, it's your pleasure. You see, the Rockstar Spud, he should have been here by now. I know he's here. You got his stink all backstage, and he's decided not to turn up. So I will simply wait it out, Bradshaw. And if that means I've got to sit here and commentate with you on this match, then that's what's going to happen.
I mean, you really don't have to. There are options here. You can leave.
No, Bradshaw, it's absolutely fine. I'm going to stay right by your side until the Rockstar Spud arrives.
You're too kind. Zack Sabre Jr. trying to escape this wrist lock early on from Paul Tracey. Two training together at NWA UK Hammerlock in Kent. Around a decade ago. Since then, Tracey going on to become one of the most feared fighters over in the Republic of Ireland.
Absolutely, and you can't take someone like Zack Sabre lightly. I mean, that guy will kick your head off, I know that much. But Paul Tracey, man, look at what he's done today. He's come out, he wants to make a statement, make a name for himself. He's decided he's going to take on one of the best, and here he is right now.
You know, what's interesting here is Sabre Jr. And indeed, his tag partner Marty Skrull, the leaders of the new school, they went on a bit of a losing streak a few months ago here in the FWA, and momentum is everything as you see Sabre Jr. taking the fight to Tracey with those kicks. So Sabre's really going to want to win in this singles match as him and Skrull head towards the semi-finals of that tag team title tournament. Some stiff competition still involved there. Northern Exposure for one, Sticks and Malin for another, all possible opponents. We're still awaiting the identity of the fourth semi-finalist. That's going to be a match.
I'm telling you, Dave Bradshaw, put your money on Sticks and Malin or on the agenda. Those are two teams who not only want to win the tag team tournament, they want to destroy everybody in their path. And I'm telling you, that's what it takes to be a champion in the FWA.
That's a very uncharacteristic knowledge of anyone except yourself there.
Well, hey, I do my research, Bradshaw. I know about all the other wrestlers in the FWA, okay? I've been up against most of them, and I've beaten most of them as well, okay?
Well, you've interrupted most of their matches today.
That's what the people want. They want to see Moralez sing. Oh!
Yeah, you can tell by their reaction, eh? And there's the Inseguri to the back of the head. Paul Tracey's wondering if he's back in Ireland. He doesn't know where he is. Sabre Jr. is working this crowd into a frenzy. Sabre off one rope, Owen. Well, Tracey
smart
moved.
Man. Tracey is a smart man. He knew what was coming.
And I tell you, Mr. Singh, that comes from the long history these two have each other. He knows Zack Sabre Jr. very well, does Tracey. Saw that coming and telegraphed it.
Absolutely.
Tracey taking his time, very methodical style from this young man.
See that? And that's a man who knows how to be a traditional wrestler. So he gets the referee to get him into the ring. I've got to remember that one next time.
Surprised Chris Roberts agreed to do that, but there we are.
See, and now this is it. This is what I was saying to you earlier, like we saw earlier on. You've got to keep your man down. Someone like Sabre, you let him stand up, he's going to kick you. So Paul Tracey's got to keep on top of him, keep him down, stay away from those feet.
Well, I guess it's fair to say that the two main weapons in Zack Sabre Jr.'s arsenal are his kicks and his submission hold. So as you say, if you do take him off his feet, you take out half of his offense there, really.
Yeah, Zack Sabre Jr., he does not mess about with those submissions. He puts you in that arm bar. That's curtains, man.
Cross arm breakers already won Zack Sabre Jr. several matches. Singles matches as well as tag during the past, 15 months since the FWA was reborn. Memorable match against Joey Hayes, for example. Back in, November now. Yeah. Almost a year ago.
A year ago, that match.
It's at Hot Wired.
Hey, do you remember what else happened at Hot Wired?
Oh, that the first time you assaulted El Ligero.
Oh, yeah, we took that mask apart. You thought you would have learned that time, wouldn't you?
What you might have learned that time about having a bit of respect for your opponents.
Has given Paul Tracey a yellow card, meaning his first warning.
So yellow card to Tracey. We have a 3-card system here in the FWA, so 3 strikes and you're out. He's just had his first as he digs the back of his knee between the shoulder blades of Sabre Jr. Sabre, as we said, one of the real hot talents here in the UK. He's the featured one to watch in the upcoming issue of Fighting Spirit magazine. Really making waves on the continent as well, regularly wrestling in Germany and Spain. That might slow him down.
That cut him down, cut him down.
Your director's very happy with that.
He's a man of good taste, you know. He took me on as a young actor. He knows what's good for business, and he knows a man like Paul Tracey.
I don't think I can do anything to you, Bradshaw.
You can speak without a megaphone. I can hear you. I'm literally, 2 feet away from you. Ridiculous. Well, Sabre's rolling back into the ring. Tracey now planting Sabre on the turnbuckle. What's he planning here?
I think he's got some cruel intentions in mind with this one, Bradshaw.
Yeah, come on, Tracey, finish him.
Tracey, obviously the older of the two men. You can see him sort of almost bullying Sabre Jr. That's what he used to do when they were training together. Oh, Sabre pushes him off, and now Sabre's on the top. Tracey landed hard on his back, and here comes Sabre with a missile dropkick from the top. Well, Tracey is out, and you've got to think this is Sabre Jr.'s chance to pick up a very impressive win against an international superstar.
Sabre's got to get on him now. If he doesn't get on top of his man now, Tracey's going to find a way back.
Referee counting both men down. If he gets to 10 without either man on their feet, this will be a draw. Tracey is up. This continues. Here we go. Tracey, Sabre fighting back with forearms to the face. Sabre sends Tracey into the ropes. Ducks underneath and a big kick. Oh, there's those kicks we were talking about.
Nearly took his head off for that one.
Suplex arches through. Look at the flexibility of Sabre Jr. Sabre, what's this? Onto an abdominal stretch.
So I'll say for Sabre Jr., he does not mess about in that ring.
See how there's no wasted motion, instantly going into that, and now using every available limb to increase the pressure. You see he's got his left leg wrapped around the head, digging his elbow into the ribs of Tracey, who's trying to get to the ropes. And at the last second he does, Tracey in a lot of trouble there and has probably exerted a lot of energy in getting to those ropes.
Again, he's a good technician, Paul Tracey. He knows exactly where he is at any given moment, and he knew he was near enough to the ropes to get out of that one.
Tracey doing the Irish whip. Throwing Sabre over his head.
Absolutely rocked him with that suplex.
Well, he thinks he's won it. Tracey with a big smile on his face. He hooks the leg and he only gets 2.
Took a little too long there, Paul.
You're his personal coach now.
Hey, a guy like Paul Tracey and a guy like me, we could do great things together, you know what I mean? Look, a mind like mine and a mind like his, we could accomplish anything with it. We're very similar-minded guys.
You probably won a similar number of awards for your films as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and he's won none.
I'm going to ignore that, Bradshaw.
Well, Sabre wrapping through, goes for maybe a roll-up here. He's got the cover, has he? Oh, he's got it! Sabre from nowhere!
Absolutely. Sabre giving his credit.
Here is your winner, Zack.
I don't think my director's happy about it.
Well, the director furious. Don't know why he's so fond of Paul Tracey either, but there we are.
I told you the man can spot talent.
The crowd going wild for Zack Sabre Jr. as well they might. Zack Sabre Jr. continuing to build up steam, build up momentum as the leaders of the new school head to European Uprising and the semi-finals of the tag title
now, you'll
tournament.
excuse me, Bradshaw, I have more business to take care of.
Oh, please do leave. Singh's got a microphone again. We apologise for this constant interruption.
Okay, quite frankly, I think I waited long enough. I did not come down here today to stand in front of a bunch of costume, comic book reading geeks. I now have my match. I have waited my time. Rockstar Spud, get your ass out here right now.
Well, for the second time today, RJ Singh demanding the appearance of his rival. Well, there's, maybe we are going to see him this time. That's that somewhat butch security guard of Rockstar Spuds. Very mysterious young lady. Well, the rock music is blaring, security is in place, and there he is with a brand new haircut, fresh off his appearance on BBC Three's Snog Marry Avoid, and just 3 weeks away from his ladder match for Johnny Storm's Wonder Kid name. At European Uprising, Rockstar Spud returns to the Expo to confront RJ Singh. Spud claiming he is the real Wonder Kid of the FWA. Well, we'll find that out at the Birmingham NEC in 3 weeks' time. The rights to that name will be hanging above the ring as he faces his rival Johnny Storm, but a rivalry of a different kind here. All started in that flyweight title round robin tournament. Spud and Singh failing to coexist quite dramatically last time we were here at the Expo, and in fact ended up with a singles match that got so brutal that both men were disqualified. One of the most memorable moments from last time we were here, and just an absolutely visceral hatred exists between Rockstar Spud and the Bollywood Dream.
Give me the mic, dickhead. Hey, RJ Singh, you might think these people are comic book reading, costume wearing geeks, but that is the peopleest outfit I've seen all day. Now I know you're here to have a match with the Rockstar Spud, but one problem, pal. You see, the Wonder Kid Johnny Storm has injured my neck. And I'm afraid to say that the Rockstar can't compete for all his fans here at the Expo this evening. But, you see, you've given me an hour, RJ Singh, but I don't work to your day, I work to my day, because I'm the Rockstar Spud. If you give me 1 hour, I'm going to find somebody that will step into this ring with you tonight, and I think everybody here in the Expo will agree they want to bend you over, pull down your pants, and slap your ass all over the Expo. You give me 1 hour, pal, and I guarantee you, you're only halfway there to getting the beating of your life.
It looks like Singh's agreeing to the challenge. Rockstar Spud saying he's still having neck issues, which I find a little bit bizarre. He's wrestled several times since Johnny Storm injured his neck.
Go on, take your boyfriend, take your dad. Go on, dickhead, off you go. These people are bored. Boring, boring.
Well, the crowd are voicing their opinion, very tired, I think, of RJ Singh.
You see, as the Pied Piper of the Expo, I'm not just going to stand around injured. I'm actually going to walk around in front of all you people. I'm probably going to, cameraman, get up here, get up here, get up on the apron. Everybody say hi to the Expo and the FWA. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take me a cameraman. I'm going to be jumping in there with you guys. I'm going to have a few interviews, we're going to have a few Q&As. We're going to have a bit of a chin wag, me and you guys, okay? So how are you? London Expo, Rockstar Spud has left the building.
Well, Spud promising to go and interact with the Expo crowd here. That didn't go well last time, but, well, you know, maybe it'll work this time, who knows. Spud last time, if you remember, quite badly insulting the Super Mario Brothers, among other things. God knows what will happen when we unleash him on the Expo, but the bigger story here is what Spud had to say to RJ Singh. Spud claiming he's unable to compete. I say maybe a slightly dubious claim, but I'm prepared to take him at his word. I'm prepared to take anyone at their word if they're fighting against Singh. So in an hour from now, RJ Singh against an opponent of Rockstar Spud's choosing as we continue on the road to Uprising.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing at this time, he is the Bollywood Dream, RJ Singh.
Well, it gives me no choice to say this is going to be the third time already here on the road to Uprising that we have seen RJ Singh. There he is, the self-proclaimed Bollywood Dream. No one likes him. His family don't like him, his students don't like him, his school. And all the Indians don't like him either. He's a mutt. As you can probably hear, they break your hair.
What's it really holding his hand? That's quite annoying.
Calm down, man.
Oh, yeah, it gets on my nerves.
Dave Bradshaw here at the commentary table, joined by Charles Samuels. That's a calm down, as you can probably tell.
I'll tell you what, I'm slowing down here. A lot of people don't understand what I say when I speak, so I'm going to try my best to speak the Queen's English. But I can't promise much.
You're a good man, Charles. For trying, at least. And I know you're a crucial part of the FWA's resistance movement.
Now, I know you've all been waiting for the next thing that I'm going to say. Now, I've been here long enough, and I think we need to get things rolling. So Rockstar Spud, I gave you your hour. I told you to bring me somebody. So get out here now so I can get this over with quickly.
Well, Shah, you weren't out here earlier, but as RJ Singh just said, he's challenged Rockstar Spud. Spud said he's too injured to compete, but he's going to provide an opponent to take on RJ Singh.
Well, there's a lot of talented boys in the back. I'm sure someone's going to take him up on his offer.
A lot of guys, I think, who want to get their hands on RJ Singh as well after what he did to El Ligero.
Oh, mate, he's got a lot of explaining to do. He's a mug, like I said before, that no one likes.
Well, there she is again, the security woman.
That's one big bird, isn't she?
Certainly is.
He's one small fella as well.
You're very articulate, Charles.
Well, I mean, it's quite to the point, mate.
Well, Spud has a microphone.
RJ, you're doing it again. I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times, and I can hear the crowd saying it again. Boring!
He's right, mate.
RJ, just face it, mates. Everybody here at the Expo thinks you're a knob. And believe it or not, I asked every one of the wrestlers backstage, and they all want to kick your ass.
Should have asked me.
There's one lad that came to me, and he said, Rockstar, please give me the chance, because last time here, you beat him here at the London Expo. So everybody, I want to introduce to you, possibly the best up-and-coming high flyer here in the United Kingdom and the FWA. He's from Devon. His name is Nick Riley.
Oh, yes.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my son. I like this boy. A lot of prospects. Big prospects.
Yeah, Nick Riley's been making a name for himself.
Oh, son. Well done.
Mainly a star of XWA Adrenaline, but recently been stepping up into the main FWA roster.
So he's helping out the resistance, you know what I mean? He's picking it up with it. He ain't scared of the agenda, he's picking it up with the resistance, I'll tell you that. He ain't scared enough of this boy. I like him. Can't handle his beer, but I like him.
Thought the beer was quite strong down in Devon.
Well, no, we can't handle this one. Well done, Nick. He's going to do a good showing today. He's one for the future, this boy.
Certainly when the FWA was down in Devon, we did a show in Tiverton over the summer. Nick Riley was there backing you up.
Yeah. Well,
This has to
hang
be
on.
some
again.
kind of colossal joke, because if my memory recalls, Nick Riley, the last time you came to the Expo, RJ Singh beat you 1, 2, 3. Seriously, Spud, this is the best you could, with one hour I gave you, and this is the best you can do? Serious? Seriously? Okay, you know what? I will wrestle Nick Riley. Because you know why? Because you have more chance of having a #1 hit single than he has of beating me.
I like Spud singing, I don't know what the problem is.
And unlike my guy Spud, you don't have a manager's license, and neither does your bodyguard. So in fact, for this match, you can't even be out here. So why don't you run backstage and find yourself another little job to do and go run your big mouth somewhere else?
Well, Singh is saying that Spud needs to leave. I don't know if referee Chris Roberts is going to enforce that or not.
But to be fair, you've got to go by the rules, and Spud ain't got a manager's licence. So that is right in that respect.
You're a stickler for the rules today, are you, Shah?
Well, you know, I got told off for not having a manager's licence once, so, you know, it's only fair, isn't it? You've got to play fair by the rules. Singh's still a mug, though, don't worry about that.
I'd like to know if this director or Daryl Amwire, either of them have got a manager's
I
licence.
don't know his name, he's just a big boy, and he takes up a lot of room backstage.
Well, Bella's right. Well, there is Amwire getting in the face of Riley early on, and Singh taking advantage.
That ain't right. Go on, Nick, son, go on.
Back
That's a very smart play by RJ there, you know what I mean? He's using these little baggage handlers to his advantage, which ain't right. But oh, there you go, Nick's gone.
Oh, yes! Spinning heel kick from Riley. And Riley scoops up Singh. This youngster is flying here. Knee drop across the jaw.
That's it. I told you this guy's got a lot of prospect. Nick Riley is one to watch.
I take your Shah, if he wins this one, he's got to think it's the biggest victory of his career, right?
Oh, hands down, it will be the biggest victory of his career. The thing, he needs more confidence in this boy, because he's... Oh, come on, Nick. You're better than that, mate. The thing is, right, Nick Riley, he's stepping up with the resistance against the agenda. We need him to get some confidence, and his victory over RJ would be perfect.
Yeah, as I was saying, Riley had your back in Tiverton when the agenda attacked you and Leroy Kincaide. He certainly got courage.
Mate, yeah, he stepped up to the plate. There was no Terry Fraser that night. Hotel, you know, he weren't allowed in the building. But Nick Riley stepped up to the plate. That's what I like about Nick. He ain't scared of nothing, mate. He ain't scared of nothing.
Of course, RJ Singh, as I found out earlier, is still a little bit irritated that he's been eliminated from the flyweight title round-robin tournament. And Shah, you're still hanging on in a tournament just by a thread at the moment. Got a quarter-final rematch. You and Terry, the cartel, against the agenda right here tomorrow.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, tomorrow night, the agenda, we're taking on the greatest tag team in Europe today, the cartel, and the cartel will be the FWA tag team champions. That's what I'm going to say right now. Let's not talk about that, let's talk about this.
Sound like you're very focused ahead of that match.
Yeah, I'm in the zone for that, mate. In the zone.
Singh goes to the ropes and gets dropped. Riley is really holding his own.
Told you, mate, I told you. People don't talk about Nick Riley as much as they should, because I'll tell you what, he's definitely one for the future. Look at RJ, experienced guy like him, look at him, he's on the floor and he's back.
There's a cover. Good instincts by Riley to hook the leg, get as much leverage as he could on the pin.
Mate, I can see Nick winning this. Go on, Nick!
So let's not forget Anwar and the director are still at ringside, so it's almost a handicap match here.
Well, he's got support from all these people at the Expo, I tell you that, they make a difference.
Oh, well, that could be all, look at that. Singh turns Riley inside out with that clothesline after that knee drop. And Riley looks like he's completely out of it, isn't he?
This ain't good, this ain't good.
Now look at this from Singh. Singh choking Riley. Completely illegal. Referee Chris Roberts is getting in there.
That's a joke. The referee's a joke sometimes. I'll tell you.
And now Anwar just continuing to choke out Riley.
He's a bird, that little man.
The director gets in a little shot. Look at how pleased the director is of himself for getting a little cheap shot in there.
Well, he shouldn't be happy with much. He looks at himself in the mirror in the mornings, he's got to be disappointed, so he's got to be happy in this environment. You know, he's got a little microphone, thinks the bee's knees, doesn't he?
That's your theory on him, is it?
Yeah. He ain't nothing, he ain't a dog's dandies, mate. He ain't nothing special.
Singh trying to wear Riley down. As you said, Shah, Riley's strategy involves heavily, relying on the top rope moves, the high flying stuff. If Singh can keep him grounded, try and cut off that oxygen supply to the brain, that could be the key for RJ Singh.
I think that's it, mate. I think that's it.
My God, Riley's neck just cracking to one side.
See the angle of his... Oh, mate.
And Singh...
Too much waffle. He talks too much, this boy.
Never short on confidence, is he?
He's got to have confidence, but he's overconfident, and that can backfire.
Well, the self-proclaimed movie star heads to the top rope. Riley! Desperation times for Nick Riley.
So I thought it was all over for him, but he's strong. I told you, this boy's got character. This boy's got heart. This boy sees an opportunity, he takes it.
What's Riley doing now? Riley!
Oh my God!
A runner from the top rope!
Jesus Christ.
Singh bails to the outside. I say he bailed, it might have actually been momentum that took him.
Well, see, he takes too much risk now.
Oh wait, Riley! Riley's on the top again!
Oh my
and Riley! Nick Riley! My God, a 450 from the top!
I've never seen that before. I've never seen that before.
Singh on the hard concrete floor.
Oh, well done. I've been around the block a bit and I've never seen a guy attempt a 450 from the top to the outside, Dave. I've never seen that, and I've been around the block a bit.
I tell you, this kid has no fear at all. What does it take? You could end your career in an instant trying a move like that. He couldn't have him. I'll tell you, Riley was just a half second, a quarter second maybe away from the biggest win of his career. Riley trying to get this Expo crowd behind him.
They're up for it, mate. He's got a lot of supporters now. He's made a name for himself.
Riley into the corner. Singh gonna follow him in. Nobody home.
There we go. Go on, Nick. Slice bread, brother. Well done. That's it now, Dave, I tell you.
Is this it? Is this it? Are the directors on the apron? How many times is that man going to be allowed to interfere in RJ Singh's matches before FWA management takes some action?
He should have his licence revoked. I'll tell you.
Oh, what a super kick. Singh, I think, was going for Bollywood Dreams, trying to take advantage of the distraction. It's a rolling thunder from Riley. Riley up, spins round, and nails Singh.
I'm telling you.
Is this it?
What, mate? This. I'm out of breath. I'm not even resting. You know what I mean? I've got to throw me outfit. I'm sweating here.
It's a strenuous job, this commentary, Sharp.
Mate, I've got a new respect for you, Dave. You know that?
Well, thank you.
I'll tell you, my heart's going. My heart is going.
Riley has Singh on the ropes.
Oh, now this one wants to go, does he? Punch, that's it, son!
And what? No!
That's a disadvantage of all the people around ringside, I tell you.
Backcracker on Riley. This kid was just moments away, probably from the biggest win of his career, and it looks like Singh has ended it all.
Then you got the big muggy bear on his little microphone gimmick, just like giving it all the big one now. Oh,
Singh going for Bollywood Dreams.
What's that?
What's going on now? Well,
I don't like his music. I'm now sick of it.
Well, why is it? He hasn't won yet.
Whoa!
Oh, Riley! Roll up by Riley! 2 and 3!
Oh,
yes! Riley beats Singh! Riley beats Singh!
Unlucky Singh! You mug!
Riley!
My God!
Oh, that was brilliant. That's why he's not in the flyweight tournament anymore. That's why he is a mug. He's too overconfident. Shame! Well done, Nick Riley.
Well, RJ Singh is indeed out of the flyweight title tournament, but the man who just beat him is arguably a future FWA flyweight champion.
I'm so happy. Unlucky, you mug. Unlucky.
Well, it's hard not to smile.
I'm having quite fun doing commentary, Dave, I tell you that.
You see Russ, God. Mate, you lost! You see, RJ, you know you told me to go get another job. Well, got a job as the music guy, didn't I? And you know you said I'll probably never get a #1 hit single ever. Well, your music was pretty good, wasn't it? RJ Singh, your winner, Nick Riley.
God bless you, sunshine, Nick. God bless you. He done well there.
Oh, I have a smile plastered across my face. I feel a little bit unprofessional. It's supposed to maintain impartiality here, but it's... Oh, no, wow, Singh wants to talk again.
No. This is not how this is supposed to be. I am king! Riley, you got real lucky this time. So you can go back and you can take this as a little cheap celebration. But I'll tell you what, you think you're a man? You think you can topple the king? Well, how about this? London Expo, tomorrow, 31st. Meet me here again for a rematch, and I will show you why Singh is king!
I'll tell you, if I was Nick, I'll take it up. I reckon he'll do him. His confidence is shot. Look at RJ, his confidence is shot. He's shaking in his boots, believe me.
Well, Nick Riley, I'm not sure he can even believe it, but what an incredible effort, quite aside from how this one ended. Riley with some high-flying, death-defying moves to beat RJ Singh.
Everybody's talking about it. All over the world. Fan sites, newspapers, magazines. It's being talked about everywhere. There are 2 factions in the FWA. Those who remain true and loyal to the FWA, and those who are quite simply using the FWA for their own purposes. I'm talking about the agenda. These people have their own agenda. They're led by Dave Moralez. He says he's using the FWA as a stepping stone to go to America, to go and wrestle for the big wrestling companies, as he puts it, to perhaps get into Hollywood. However, we have a resistance. Thankfully, we have a resistance. And they are led by a man who flies the flag for British wrestling, who flies the flag for the FWA, and believes in everything that's good about the FWA, ladies and gentlemen. You might have heard of him. If you haven't, you'll have heard of him after today. He's a great wrestler in himself. Ladies and gentlemen, he's our special guest at this time, and he'll be joining Dave Bradshaw for commentary during the next contest. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Leroy Kincaide!
He is the leader of the resistance and the man who we are expecting to face Martin Stone for the FWA World Heavyweight title 3 weeks from now at the Birmingham NEC European Uprising. He is Leroy Kincaide, and I'm pleased to say he's going to be joining me on commentary for this 6-man tag team match. Leroy Kincaide, as ever, focused as he heads into European Uprising. Leroy, it's a pleasure to have you here.
Pleasure to be here, mate. Pleasure to be here. Right, let me get my swagger back on.
It is a tag team match. Introducing first.
Well, we saw Gallagher a little bit earlier on today in action against Zack Diamond. He challenged Diamond to go and find himself a tag partner. He's found himself one, and well, what a tag partner.
Yeah, most definitely, mate. He looks like they get on the treadmill a little bit, bruv, you know what I mean?
The size of that guy.
Yeah, he's a big guy, but I don't know, let's see what he can bring to the plate for real.
Apparently a combined weight of 42 stone, at least 32 of that's got to be Richtor.
Most definitely, mate, most definitely. He looks like he's packing a little bit of weight. Yeah, this is what I like to see, a bit of resistance up in the building.
So Zack Diamond has chosen Axel Rees, the winner of the 2009 Scaro Scholarship, presented by the British Wrestling Council. So great choice by Diamond.
Most definitely, mate. I mean, what I'd like to see right here, right now, is some young blood up in the building, showing love for the resistance, keeping everything on lock right now. Younger talent like that are what's going to make this country stand up on the map for real.
Well, it's interesting you bring that up, Leroy. I want to ask you about whether this country can stand up in the face of that ever-increasing menace that is the agenda. How do you feel things are going in that war?
I mean, one thing I always say is money talks and you know the rest walks, right? And I just think that like the resistance has got so much love right now going behind it. Your boy Kincaide fronting it. Everyone else is showing love in the locker room. I mean, let's be honest, right? The agenda is just nothing but a bunch of school bully playground guys just wanting to try and beat people up for whatever they want to believe in or whatever. You know, we're real people trying to keep this shit, pardon my French, right here real, and your boy Kincaide is here to get the job done.
And Diamond is in there at the moment against Richtor. He's trying to shoulder block him off his feet. I think that might be unsuccessful.
I mean, not a good move trying to go for a shoulder block there. He's definitely giving about, what, 20 plus stone off to that guy.
I think Diamond might need to change strategy. Well, and the strategy he's chosen is to tag out.
Tagging out. It's all right, it's all right.
Might not be a bad idea against this guy.
Most definitely be interesting to see what my man here's got to bring. Wicked. Nice forearm there.
You know, Leroy,
get another one.
What's striking me about you today, Leroy, is we're just 3 weeks away from European Uprising, the biggest event in FWA history and the biggest match of your career, a rematch for that world title, and you seem actually remarkably relaxed.
You know what? I'm one of these people. I'm a man of very few words. I don't worry about talking. I just walk exactly what I've got to bring. So if any time people think, oh, it looks a bit too calm, it looks a bit too quiet, don't worry, because your boy is in control.
Oh my God.
And my man looks like he's out of control right now.
Did you see that? Richtor just avalanching Axel Rage in the corner. I actually saw the ring move a couple of inches to the left from where we're sitting.
That's what caught my eye, mate. The whole ring shifted about almost a foot, I'd say, on that. Jeez.
Richtor tagging in Gallagher. Gallagher and Diamond going to a double count out earlier. That's what set up this tag team match.
Yeah, I didn't manage to catch too much of that earlier on. So what happened with that?
Well, both men ended up on the outside, and Gallagher claimed after the bell that if he had a tag partner to throw him back in, he would have gone on to win the match. This is how we ended up where we are now. Look at Gallagher.
Powdering straight
diving
out.
Across the ring.
Easy, mate, easy. Your mama call you, man.
So Richtor back in, this time against Diamond. Diamond not very successful against him last time.
No. He looks a bit calmer now. Has he got a bit more swagger about him? So I think he knows what he's doing now. He's tagged back out. Okay. Interesting.
I know, you know, I want to go back to this. I know you said you're a man of few words, but I wonder if you could give us some sense, if you can find the words, as to what it would mean if you were to win your first ever world championship at European Uprising.
I think right now the word would be just ecstatic, because it's been such a long road with this resistance versus agenda line. I mean, it's been a very long time coming, and I believe a shift is about to happen. And I think that definitely 100%, if I won that title right now, I'd have to run around and scream in front of all these people, because it would just be amazing. You know, everybody here is standing up in something they believe in, especially yours truly. You know, nobody wants it more than me right now.
In a way that the stakes are actually higher than a world title match, because these guys from the agenda have shown on more than one occasion they don't just want to beat you, they're looking to end your career when you head into Birmingham.
I mean, that's the thing, mate, is like, you know, we can all run around like a pack of dogs and bully people and beat people up and do this and do that, but when we get them one-on-one, we see exactly what they're made up of, which ain't much, mate, ain't much at all. Do you know what I mean? Their strength comes in numbers. As soon as we break down them numbers, their days are numbered. For real.
I mean, yeah, true. I mean, you've speared and pinned Martin Stone recently. You speared and pinned Dave Moralez, Joel Redman. I mean, the only one you haven't so far is Iestyn Rees. But again, none of this happens when they're fighting in numbers. So what are you going to do in Birmingham to get Martin Stone on his own so you can beat him?
Do you know what? I ain't going to say too much because I don't want anyone to try and get any of my ideas. But one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my A-game 120+% with my swagger, and that's all I'm going to do. I want to come in there. I don't really want to say too much to anyone. I just want to get in there, get that belt, slap Martin Stone around the face, slap Iestyn Rees, slap Dave Moralez. I don't really care how many of them there is. I just want to be that one holding that belt at the end of the night. So I don't want to say too much right now, sorry Bradshaw, but I just want to make sure I get in there, get the job done, standing.
But you seem to have a plan, even if you won't tell us what it is, and looks like Richtor's plan and Jack Gallagher's plan is going very well at the moment. They've got Axel Rage. Well, maybe not.
Nah.
Rage moves out the way. This could be the chance he needs. Indeed it is. Tags in Diamond.
Another one. Whoa. Some of that. Nice. Nicely executed, mate. Big drop kick there from Diamond to Gallagher. This rivalry between these has been going on all day. I went for Insecurity. Did he get him? No, he didn't. Gallagher blocked it. You know, I couldn't actually see there because my view was blocked by Richtor. Same here, mate. I'm sitting in the same position as you, and it's just all I'm seeing is a nice big 20-plus stone of backside.
Oh, you see that DDT from Diamond on Gallagher? Landed hard on the ring apron. Both men outside. Well, these two have already been counted out against each other once today.
All right.
Meanwhile, in the ring, Rage and Richtor. Rage still trying to find a way. Oh my goodness. Richtor just picking him up and slamming him down. Rage is over 200 pounds.
Most definitely, man. He picked him up and threw him down with some velocity, I'll tell you there.
I mean, Richtor is over twice 200 pounds, I would think. What's he doing now?
Up to the top.
Richtor is going to the top. I mean, I know these young guys from FWA Adrenaline are trying to impress here in front of this Expo crowd, but I don't think he's very comfortable up there, and he's got caught.
Yeah. Wicked.
Well, luckily we still have a ring intact. Richtor taking down the super kick.
Nice. Come on, capitalise off of that. Come on, guys, do something. Just roll it out.
Well, they've taken Richtor out of the game. Maybe they were going to try and focus on Gallagher. They need to get him back in the ring. That's what Rage is trying to do.
That's it. Roll him into position. You know, there we go.
I think when you're a man the size of Richtor, once you're down, it's quite hard to get back up.
Most definitely. Oh, nice.
That splash from Diamond.
Get on him.
That could be it. Cover. Got the leg hooked. And he's done it.
Yes.
Zack Diamond with a big win.
Big win right there. Younger blood up in the building.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the match, Zack Diamond Gibson and the natural born superstar Axel Rage.
So Diamond and Rage victorious. And with the pin on Richtor, and wouldn't have seen that coming. Well, Leroy, it's been a pleasure to have you here today, and you know everyone is behind you as you head into...
These guys again.
Hang on, that's the Agenda's music.
Resistance is futile.
These guys just don't give up.
What's this now?
Wow, is this another little one of their twists in their master plan or something? Gonna see Vince McMahon stroll out, or whoever else stroll out?
This mind games. There's no one coming through the curtain here. Oh, here we go. Moralez, Rees and Redman.
This is the agenda.
It looks very much as though the World Heavyweight Champion Martin Stone is conspicuous by his absence. Doesn't want to be anywhere near you by the sounds of it.
Every single place or anywhere I go, I'm hearing this agenda. I'm so incredibly sick of it right now.
The four of us have an agenda.
Maybe this agenda can be put in its place, Leroy, if you can get the job done in Birmingham.
Get the job done. Get the job done, mate. And that's exactly what I want to do, get this job done, because I'm tired. I'm absolutely tired of this right now.
Iestyn Rees with a slightly poisonous looking glance over here a second ago.
Yeah, mate. He can go through all he wants, but one thing I will do is slap that smug smile off all their faces.
Stop the music. Now I know there's a reason why all of you people out here are looking at us like we're different. The truth is we are different. And it's not just because we're the only three people in this building with girlfriends. But it's because we're the cream of the crop. Ask your sister, fat boy. We are the cream of the crop, as I say.
Look at me like that, you're not punching lights out.
Redman and Iestyn Rees. They could be having the night off. They could be having the whole day off, relaxing. getting prepared for tomorrow. But you know what? They're feeling confident. And so am I. That's why you two have just earned yourself a
Don't even think about it,
you two
guys.
have got yourselves the chance to be part of the resistance.
Well, hang on. Moralez is
I know they're just
asking
kids,
Diamond and Rage to
but you two can stand up
join the
and be part of
resistance.
fight against the agenda. And Joe Redman and Iestyn Rees are quite happily going to let you have that chance. So we'll let you get your collective thoughts. And right now the agenda's going to have a little warm-up match for tomorrow night.
Well, this is ridiculous. This is completely unfair. These guys have just wrestled. Quite aside from the fact that they're far less experienced than Redman. Cheap shot there. Obviously run out of razors in Devon recently.
Yeah, definitely. See, what I don't get about these guys, all they do is just walk out, say the same old thing and bully people around. What?
Well, Moralez is looking...
All you guys do is just talk.
Leroy, you know I'm on your side in this. I think if these guys come over here, you're on your own. I would suggest you don't. I would suggest you don't go anywhere near them. There's 3 of them, 1 of you today.
Well, mate, they got their strength in numbers. I got mine in my heart. I don't care until every last beat and heartbeat, every last breath I draw. I ain't gonna stop. Never.
Well, true. That is true. But also remember, the best way to beat these guys is if you can become world champion. The only way you can do that is if you're in a good enough shape to wrestle 3 weeks from now. Just think carefully.
I mean, again, you know, as I said, man of many words, I am very much not. You know, I'm not foolish enough just to run up in there and get my head kicked in, but you know, definitely I'm holding some emotion right back at this moment in time, I tell you.
Well, we've been having a lot of fun here at the Expo so far today, but the atmosphere took a very sinister turn with the arrival of the agenda. Rees and Redman scheduled to have a replay of their tag team title tournament quarter-final tomorrow against the Cartel. Obviously decided to have an impromptu warm-up match here.
Yeah.
I'm not sure Diamond and Rage had much say in whether they were going to compete.
No, obviously not. It's the way the agenda works, you see. You know, they just walk in, stroll in, bully people about, tell them what they're going to do and how they're going to do it, and that's it. You know? That's all right. They're going to have their card marked very soon.
Redman really doing a number on Rage. Moralez continuing to linger in a sinister way, quite near to this commentary table. Feels like I've been caught in the crossfire here.
He can look all he wants. And you as well, Iestyn. Just get yourself back on that match.
The agenda's corner, happening to be the one nearest to us here. They're just a few feet away. Redman screaming in the face of Rage.
Just trying to mock the guy. It's bad enough they've just had a match and they come out here and bully him into doing another match, but don't mock the guy.
It's a real negative aura or something to these guys. They're not just people who want to beat people up to win. These are guys who are out to destroy an industry.
As I said before, it's a playground mentality, you know. It's just like, you know, the 3 big screaming kids just want to take everybody's pocket money, you know, behind the bike sheds. You know, and don't forget Martin Stone's included in that. I said 3, that's now 4. That's all right, Dave. It's all right, Iestyn. It's all right, Joel. Your guy is going to get it.
Moralez is looking smug. I'm not sure he should be because Diamond is starting to take it to... No, he's not. Rees, cover, 2. Oh, Diamond kicked out on 2. Rees with a very arrogant cover on Moralez is now...
You get yourself back over there, mate. I don't want to hear what you've got to say.
Yeah, it's getting a little close for my
comfort.
Yeah, no,
don't worry about it. It can get as close as it wants.
It looked like, as I said, Diamond looked like he was getting an advantage over Iestyn Rees. Rees now punishing this kid.
I mean, whatever happens on the outcome of this match, those 2 guys right there, the younger blood, they've done very well. And you know what? I want to shake their hands after this because I think they've done amazing.
And now Redman's looking over here.
You shut your mouth! Get back in there, mate.
See, all three of these agenda stars, I don't know what we want to call them stars, but Rees, Redman and Moralez all catching glances over here. The #1 contender for the world heavyweight title, Leroy Kincaide. As I said earlier, we are just 21 days away from European Uprising at the Birmingham NEC.
That is going to be the deciding number, man. I can't wait. We're going to see a big change in British wrestling. I can feel it coming in my bones right now. This agenda, this faction is going down. Yes, Dave. Smile, mate. Smile, yeah. You don't even know what I'm talking about, but it's going to happen.
A real smug look on his face today is Moralez, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Really pleased with himself, beating up 2 kids. High knee from Redman. Well, Redman is quickly going to the top. He senses blood here.
I don't.
Oh, what's...
Where's he going?
Oh, Rage has had enough.
What?
Rage has had enough.
Oh, this ain't right.
Well,
this ain't right.
This is... Well, we need to... Someone's got to stop this. Diamond's in there on his own now.
We need to... We need to get some... Look, come on. If you want to make it bad enough, just pin the guy, all right?
Well, there's that big boot into the German suplex, that finishing move for Rees and Redman. Redman cover, and there's 3. And well, thank God that's over.
Yeah, all right. Well done, bravo. Bravo, 3 guys against 1. You big men. Well done. I'd shake your hand if you wasn't such idiots. Yeah, it's all right. Well done. Bravo.
Well, hang on now.
Yeah, it's my fault. It's my fault. I tell you what's my fault, mate. Hey, this title's changing. This title is going to change. 1, 2, 3, 4 of you punks are going to go straight to hell.
Oh, let's just take it easy. Take it easy here. Disrespect.
What's happening here?
Spitting on.
Come on.
Diamond.
Come on. We don't need this.
It's completely uncalled
Just let the guy down. Just leave him.
They're looking over here at you, Leroy. What? No, Leroy. No, come on. It's 3-on-1. If Leroy Kincaide is heading over to... Well, this is a mistake. They are trying to lure him in. Leroy, I think, is just... He's fallen for the trap. Oh, God, this is going to get ugly. This is going to get ugly. Standoff between the leader of the resistance and 3 members of the agenda. Well, these guys, what are they plotting? Diamond is being helped out of here by referee Chris Roberts. They are surrounding Leroy Kincaide. Kincaide says he's going to take them all, and this is a mistake. Kincaide is 3 weeks away from that match with Martin Stone, the biggest match of his career. Oh, hang on. Well, Rees and Redman are leaving.
This message is for you. I tell you what you remind me of, mate. A big, fat, schoolboy bully that can do nothing but beat up other people after they've had a match. We're supposed to be scheduled for a match in 1 hour. Forget that. You and me right now.
Kincaide is challenging Moralez to a match right here. Even that's got to be a mistake. I mean, Rees and Redman may have gone backstage, but the fact that they went voluntarily. I don't know what to make of this. Kincaide is saying he's going to take on Moralez. Referee is coming back out here, but we know Rees and Redman are probably just the other side of the curtain. I'm sure Kincaide knows that as well. He's by no means stupid, but sometimes more heart than anything else, Leroy Kincaide, and I'm not sure that's going to work to his advantage here. A real roadblock on the way to uprising. Strong collar and elbow tie up between these two heavyweights. Oh, now Rees and Redman are back out here. That didn't last long. There's a certain predictability about the agenda. Kincaide and Moralez are, oh, they're going to lock up again. Moralez has stepped out of the ring. He's got a smile on his face, but what is it? Is that fear? Moralez refusing to continue this fight against Leroy Kincaide. Kincaide, what's he going to say here?
What? Man, if a lot of words got nothing to say, bring it back. Don't be a chicken. Anytime you're ready, man, I'm here. But I tell you what, one thing you won't get out of, ladies and gentlemen, you're scheduled with a match with me in 1 hour. So you can run back there, you can warm up, do some exercise, jump around, whatever you want to do, but it's got to be you and me, mate. What are you going to say about that? One hour, you heard it here first. Dave Moralez and your boy Kincaide. Show some love for your boy.
So 4 o'clock on this Saturday on the road to uprising.
I'm here, getting you locked and loaded. Let me spit these bars. You heard this track? The boy Kincaide represent right now. Yes, sir. Hey yo, make some noise for your boy. Yes, sir, bring me back the punchlines. Let me hear that one more time and it go.
Tags in the worst possible way. Williams rolls through. Here comes Kincaide. Moralez didn't make the tag. Clothesline and another. Kincaide has pinned Moralez a couple of times and reached him under the spear. Will we be 3 for 3 tonight? Kincaide nips up. And the hip-hop sensation is proving tonight in Wolverhampton that resistance is not futile.
Well, he's definitely got Moralez and Redman on the run here. He needs to finish them off. Look at the power and strength of Kincaide. That is this fall-away slam on a 300-pound human hate machine.
Leroy Kincaide with inhuman power. Now what's he doing? Oh, Kincaide is shouting spiral tap. That patented finishing move. If the spear don't get you, the spiral tap will. Kincaide launches through the air. Oh, no!
Well, that's cat-like agility from Leroy. But he needs to regroup and regroup quickly. Oh, and he didn't. A rush of blood to the head. And he paid the price.
Action all over the arena here in the ring. It's Williams and Redman. Williams. Over that chaos theory. He's got it, a rolling German suplex. Williams over the top, lands on Moralez.
I've not seen Doug Williams fly like that. Not since he's been at Disney World.
The look on Redman's eyes, he's right in front of us, he doesn't seem to know where he is. Kincaide knows where he is. Kincaide knows where he is. Redman is clueless, but Kincaide is in the opposite corner.
But Kincaide looks groggy too.
Spear! Oh, not enough. Spear by Kincaide! Kincaide, cover, 2, 3, and Kincaide wins again! Kincaide wins again!
The team of Doug Williams are picking up the title shot. Leroy Kincaide!
Leroy Kincaide has speared and pinned Martin Stone. He has speared and pinned Dave Moralez on 2 occasions, and now he has speared and pinned Joel Redman. A message to the agenda sent tonight. You set him up, and Leroy Kincaide will knock him down.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of this afternoon. This is a singles bout set for 1 fall. This is the agenda versus the resistance. Introducing first.
Resistance is futile.
Coming to the ring at this time. The fair one. Have an agenda. He is the leader of the agenda.
Resistance is futile.
With Iestyn, Rees, and Joel Redman. From the Black Country. Waiting this afternoon at 22 stone. This is the human hit machine, Dave Moralez.
Well, just an hour ago, Dave Moralez was out here with his agenda buddies. It looked like a 3-on-1 situation for Leroy Kincaide. Finally, Rees and Redman bailing. We thought we were Kincaide and Moralez 1-on-1, but then Moralez left as well. I think we're finally going to see this 1-on-1 contest. This isn't the first time Kincaide and Moralez have been in the same ring as each other recently. Moralez was pinned by Kincaide in that big 8-man tag team elimination match. The very famous now main event from the Art of War back in June. And they face each other again in July in Tiverton on a first ever FWA house show. Kincaide pinned him in there as well. So
leads the resistance.
Real scores to settle for Moralez here. Does Kincaide have his number?
You know what time it is, right? It's your boy. Done it like this. Way back when or something like that, right? And then it's the KI. Over the building,
From today at the Birmingham NEC, Leroy Kincaide will be in the fight of his life against Martin Stone. But tonight, if he's going to make it to Birmingham, he first must get through 350 pounds of human hate machine. Never mind just Moralez, it looks like he may have to get through Rees and Redman as well. These guys travel in a pack.
So I go to get it going, it's my time to blow and pick up my pen, hold like a sword. Take the deep breath and steam to wood. In the mixed emotions and the jealousy, you might hear what I say, but
you know, to lead a movement like the resistance, you have to have either a death wish or a huge amount of courage. Given the forces that are working against the resistance in the world of wrestling at the moment, of Kincaide showing here he has courage in spades. He is looking into the eyes of all three of these guys from the agenda, and he isn't blinking.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've just been informed by the official that before the bell rings for this special main event match, Iestyn, Rees and Redman must be away from ringside. They are actually barred from the ringside area.
Oh, Rees and Redman are out. Well, that's a popular decision in the hall with all but 2 people, or 3 people. Talking about bravery, that's a pretty brave move from referee Chris Roberts. Redman and Rees are livid. They head out of here. Well, it's the only fair way this can be done. It looks like they're going to be barred from ringside. Are Rees and Redman a little too close for comfort there. So here we go. The crowd are pumped up. We are ready for the main event of day 1 at the London Expo. On this road to uprising. And a seething hatred that continues to bubble between Leroy Kincaide and Dave Moralez. Going to explode into life once more here in the heart of the nation's capital. Oh, Mike Kincaide instantly picks up Moralez and a huge body slam. And already the big man is reeling. Moralez out in the corner. Look at the agility from Kincaide. That's for an early cover, maybe too early. Talk about hard-hitting physical action. The traditional British style. How we do all our sports in this country, and wrestling is no exception. A fine tradition here. It's a tradition that Leroy Kincaide and the resistance, at least, are trying to maintain and to update for the 21st century. Whereas Moralez and Rees and Redman, Martin Stone, all of the agenda are hoping to do nothing but destroy the industry, to use it as a stepping stone. Moralez gets his boot up. Kincaide was charging into the corner to get him and out. This brutal, ruthless, stomping, animalistic is Moralez. Goes without saying, Kincaide has a lot more to lose here than Moralez does. Moralez not in action tomorrow. Thus far not in an announced match for European Uprising either, whereas Kincaide, obviously, that huge title match, the title rematch that's been months in the making. Kincaide with his first shot at Martin Stone's title at Battle Lines back in March. Only didn't win the title there, thanks to the interference of Moralez, among others. Rees and Redman as well. That was the night the agenda was formed. And here we are, 7 months later. Nothing has been resolved, but we may be just 3 weeks away from getting it resolved. Big back drop by Moralez. Moralez, all his body weight on the stomach of Kincaide. What do you do? What do you do when a man that heavy is sitting on your chest and headbutting you in the skull? Kincaide started this match seemingly on fire. That body slam from nowhere on his huge opponent. Since then, Moralez has taken control. Kincaide now trying to fight back. Gets cut off by Moralez there. Body slam of his own. And that way, where's Moralez going? Oh, Moralez wearing Leroy Kincaide's cap. The mockery. So unnecessary. Mocking Kincaide's patented elbow. Sloppy cover from Moralez. This crowd here, some of the 40,000 people inside London's Excel Centre for the MCM Expo today. Getting behind Kincaide. Snap there, takes their man down. Yeah, the thing when you're fighting an opponent as large as Moralez, moves that you would think are fairly elementary normally hurt so much more. An elbow drop being a classic example. There's so much extra weight behind that. Kincaide gets his left shoulder up for that pin attempt. Everything Moralez does has got that extra weight behind it and hurts that bit more than it would if it was someone else delivering the punishment. Kincaide is trying to fight back, but there's no coordinated offense from him at the moment. As I said, he's pinned Moralez twice in recent months here in the FWA. It looks very much at the moment as though Moralez may be going to reverse that trend here tonight. And even if Kincaide can escape this match without any serious injury ahead of that world title match, a psychological blow it certainly would be if Moralez was to beat him here. You can almost feel Kincaide feeding off the energy of this crowd as he almost struggled to his feet with those grizzly bear-like arms. It's cutting off his air supply, now the leg as well. Moralez almost smothering Kincaide here. Moralez, another guy who wants to make it to America. That's why he's in the agenda, presumably. Already spent some time over there training in Ohio Valley Wrestling. There used to be a feeder group for the world's largest wrestling company. I wonder if there's any connection there. Kincaide has been in that chin lock for a long time now. Finally breaking it. And Kincaide picks up Moralez. Side suplex. This has got to be Kincaide's chance to get back in here. The thing with Kincaide, I've talked about it before, but the explosive offense he has means that you can think you've got him in a corner and at a moment's notice he can come back to life and finish off a match. He may be about to do it here. There's the authentic version of Leroy Kincaide's elbow drop. Cover again by Kincaide. I wonder how much that leg weighs. You can see the confidence growing in Leroy's eyes here, as he represents not only the resistance but all of British wrestling against this ongoing threat, this ongoing menace that is the agenda. Kincaide is shouting at Moralez to get up. Of course, at the time of recording this show, we're yet to hear back from Leroy Kincaide on the conditions that Martin Stone, oh my, DDT from Moralez, conditions that Martin Stone has insisted on for that match at Uprising to take place. We assume it's all going to get worked out. Close 2 count there. Stone insisting that should the agenda win, then that championship belt belongs to all of the agenda rather than just him. Should be an unconventional ownership for a championship belt, to say the least. Really is holding the FWA to ransom, is Martin Stone. He even said that if, in what he considers will be the unlikely event that he were to lose to Leroy Kincaide, he would instantly be granted a rematch at New Frontiers, except that he wouldn't have to accept that rematch himself. Oh wait, what's this? Kincaide! Fall away slam on Moralez! My God! This man never ceases to amaze me. Okay, going for the spear. What I was going to say is Martin Stone insisting that that rematch, if he were to lose, could be taken up by anyone who wants to represent the agenda from any wrestling company in the world. But right now, Kincaide's not focused on that. He is focused on Dave Moralez, and he is lining him up, possibly for the spear by Kincaide. That's how he's beaten Moralez twice before, and tonight, that's how he... No, what? Wait a minute. That's Martin Stone, the World Heavyweight Champion. Kincaide had this one. I didn't even think Stone was here. You've got to think Kincaide had Moralez beaten for what would have been the third time in recent history.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match as a result of a disqualification, Leroy Kincaide.
Well, Kincaide's the winner by disqualification, which has gone down well with the crowd, but it's not how Kincaide wanted to win this, I promise you. Oh wait, Moralez, cheap shot. Now Stone is in. Well, this is his chance. This is Martin Stone's chance. He's got Leroy Kincaide where he wants him. A chance to soften him up ahead of that championship match, the European Uprising. Stone like a rabid dog. How many punches to the face did Kincaide just take? Those were closed fists as well. He's going for the London Bridge. No, Kincaide fights back. Kincaide leads. Underneath, clothesline by Kincaide. Shoulder block and Stone is down. Stone is reeling. Kincaide's going to go for the spear. Oh no. Martin Stone saw it coming, got out of there. Oh, and here come his cronies. Rees and Redman out here now as well. Well, Stone thought he was going to soften up Leroy Kincaide ahead of European Uprising. It certainly didn't go to plan. Now what? Kincaide countering his way out of the London Bridge, almost hit Stone with a spear. It was almost Stone, who came off worse for wear. Wait, hang on, here comes Alex Shane and Charles Samuels. The rest of the resistance, as it looked like the agenda was surrounding the ring. Charles Samuels, Alex Shane, the rest of the resistance. Riley's in there as well. And the head of product content for the FWA, Alex Shane, leading this crowd in a chant, a defiant chant against the agenda. Almost military in the way they line up. One of the most sinister forces ever to poison this or any other wrestling promotion in the world have survived intact tonight. They didn't get the job done in terms of injuring Leroy Kincaide, but Martin Stone walks out of here holding the belt which he believes will belong not just to him but to the entire agenda in 3 weeks from now at European Uprising. At times, it must seem to Leroy Kincaide he's in a 4-on-1 fight, a handicap match to try and get this World Heavyweight title out of Martin Stone's hands. But today, Alex Shane, Charles Samuels, Nick Riley, Zack Diamond, the Resistance, showing Leroy Kincaide that as he fights for the heart and soul of British wrestling, he is not alone.